PM Lee announced the new HDB policy change during his National Day rally speech. In addition to the existing standard and prime HDB, a new class of HDB called Plus will be introduced in the second half of 2024. So what is HDB Plus? 5 points you need to actually take note. Number 1, HDB Plus will offer in the choice locations across the Singapore. So whether it's Jurong West or Tampines, they will still have the HDB Plus. Number 2, applicants still have to meet the existing BTO eligibility, including the income ceiling. Number 3, single age 35 and above can also apply to buy HDB Plus 2-room flexi. Number 4, more subsidies and grants will be given to the HDB Plus buyer so that they will feel that it is more affordable to them. Number 5, title restriction will be on HDB Plus. There will be a 10 years MOP period instead of the normal 5 years period. Entire units cannot be rented out even after the 10 years MOP period. For the reselling, there will be a subsidy recovery after the resales. And the resales buyer must also meet the eligibility requirement, including the income ceiling. And for those who own a private previously, want to buy into the HDB Plus, there will be a 30-month wait-out period before they can actually buy in a resale HDB Plus unit. There are 3 important things that you need to know about HDB Plus. Number 1, HDB Plus is not cooling measure. The increase of the HDB price in the past 2 years is due to the supply shock as a result of the pandemic. Okay. As the interest rate remain high, as well as HDB ramping up to catch up with the backlog, the HDB market will calm further and it will eventually actually return back to the norm. Number 2, HDB Plus is not a short-term policy. So this will not have an immediate impact to the current market price. So for those who are currently looking for a home HDB in the market, sorry to tell you that this will not work for you and it will not be able to bring down the price for you. Number 3, HDB Plus is a long-term policy and it will have a very serious downstream impact further in the future. Because of the 10 years MOP period, so it will actually delay a lot of upgraders coming back into the market, as well as investors who want to buy the second properties. So this will help the government and the HDB to moderate the price of the resale market in the long term. Now come to the most important part. 3 must-known impacts to the HDB buyer. Number 1, the impact on the flexibilities. As the HDB Plus will have a 10 years MOP period, so new home buyer will be locked in for at least 14 to 15 years staying with the same house. So the question is whether there will be any change in the circumstances in your family that you need to actually move away from the current locations. Example is like you have a kids, you want to enroll him or her into a school that you prefer, or maybe you want to actually move closer to your parents and need to take care of them. Within that 10 years of MOP period, you are not able to actually do so. So your flexibility is definitely will be impacted. Number 2, opportunity cost. HDB Plus buyers or owner, they will have to wait for 10 to 15 years before they can actually take another property actions, like selling the house or buying into another additional private properties. So the question is whether the HDB owner are willing to take that sacrifices and hefty opportunity cost for so many years. And in fact, how many prime years do they have in their life? And are you prepared to sacrifice 15 years or 10 years of your prime years not doing anything and shut off one major area of investment? Number 3, more difficult for the middle income family who stay in the HDB Plus to upgrade. Most of these HDB Plus owner middle income family with young children, they tend to use more CPF to pay down the house mortgage. Depends on the situation, they may end up with little to no cash proceeds when they sell the units. Their ability to borrow and servicing the mortgage will be impacted as they're getting older. Either the loan size, maximum loan size is reduced, or they will have to face a higher installment every month. It is good for home buyer to have more choices in terms of the property types, but each property type has its own pros and cons. Your property choice will have significant impacts to your futures, so choose it wisely.